Hello and welcome back to the Wolblom Knitting Podcast. My name is Lisa. So we have recently passed the halfway mark of 2025 and I have to show you guys some things that I've been knitting since the last video. I think it was about 2 months ago. I finished two knitted garments, and then I sewed a dress for my daughter, and I have a lot of whips at the moment. So let me get started. So what I'm wearing at the moment is one of my first sweaters that I knitted, one of my first knitted and around sweaters, top down, and this is the Sorrel pullover from Wool and Pine Designs. And this, one of the first garments I use hand-dyed yarn and mohair together. So it's been a while, so I don't remember what the yarns were, but I know the mohair was a African Expressions mohair. So this is one of the garments I'm very proud of. It looks very polished, so I'm very happy with it. It was top down, knitting around, and then so you have these details here at the yoke, the circular yoke, and then once you split for the sleeves and body, you knit inside out. So you knit, but then you actually have the purl stitches on the outside, so it does create a beautiful texture. And also if you have this detail next to purl stitches, it does pop out a bit more, so it's just a very beautiful design. I think I knitted this in 2021 or 2020, so it's been a couple of years, but one of my favorite garments to wear, especially now during the winter here in South Africa. So we have a lot more like a dry winter, but it's still very cold for me, so I have this. Keeps me warm. Then I just have to wear 2 layers then. So I have my first layer next to my skin, and then I have this, and then due to it being wool and mohair, I don't have to wear another jacket over because it's that warm. Okay, so that's what I'm wearing. Let's go into finished objects. So the first finished object I do want to share with you guys is my apostrophe slip over. So this one, I think I was halfway done when I showed it to you guys the first time. Halfway done. Let me turn it around quickly. Okay, hopefully you guys can see it, especially with the yarn that I used. So you knit the yoke first here, and then you pick up stitches at the shoulders, then you knit the front, and then you pick up some stitches here at the back, knit 2 under the underarms, and then not in the round, but you continue the body by joining the front and back, and then ribbing at the bottom. And then the buttonholes were afterthought buttonholes, so that was the first time I did that. It was relatively easy because I used very small buttons. These are about not entirely, I think it's a centimeter, a full centimeter button, so it's relatively small. So what I did, I took some sewing thread, the majority of the color is green here, so I took green sewing thread, and then I took it all, and then I pushed it all through the knitting, and then just swished it around a bit to create a bit of a gap. And then I took my sewing thread and then knit almost like buttonhole stitches around the knitted fabric to create a buttonhole. So there was no cutting involved. You just push the yarn to a side, and then sew them down with a sewing thread. So, and then I haven't opened it yet, so usually when I do put this garment on, I just pull it over I really love the detail here around the neck. I'm not sure if you guys can see it here. I'll put a closer picture up on screen. So there's like increases here for the neckline and next to the underarm. So I really love that detail. I do think actually this garment would look very nice in like a solid color. Then you can see the increased detail a bit more. But this was a very fun garment, and I'm really enjoying wearing this actually during this winter season over some button down blouses. I did wash it yesterday, so it's a little bit damp. That's why it's hanging a bit. It's still a bit heavy, but I love it. The yarn I used was Manos del Uruguay Marla. So it's a marling type of fabric, yarn. Actually, when I was winding the yarn onto into a cake, the color changing was so beautiful, especially at that speed that you don't see the individual colors, but you see the transition between colors, and it was so beautiful. Yeah, I'm very proud of this one. Yeah, and then I was thinking of making a bit more slipovers, so I'm going to try to do more slipovers or make more slipovers. Okay, next finished object is my white horse pullover from Caitlin Hunter. So Caitlin Hunter, Boyland Knitworks. This is one of her older releases, and this one has been on my queue for like years, maybe like same time as this when I finished this. And then when I finished the slipover, I was like, I'm going to do this one because this one has been there for so long. This is a top down circular yoke with some lace detail in the yoke. Let me hold it like that. So like a feather and fan lace detail. Then yeah, I made it 3/4 length sleeves so I can wear it more in the fall or autumn, and also a bit in the springtime, and then also over dresses. I can wear it with dresses, without dresses, or tops. The yarn I used is Rowan Cashmere Tweed. I think it was Cashmere Tweed. Rowan Cashmere Tweed in this very soft pink color. And the feel of this is so squishy and soft. I don't know why we say it feels buttery, but it does feel buttery. I feel it's like the way it almost feels like it's gonna melt in your hands. That's how soft it is. But yeah, I really like this one. It's also very warm to wear, and this is also the same concept. As you can see, there is some pull bumps that you see on the outside of that fabric. So when you finish the circular yoke, when you split 4 sleeves, then you turn it inside out, so then you only knit until the length you need, and then you turn it right side out again, so the right side has the pearl bumps. Yes, this one is very soft. I love the lace detail. Yeah, and you can also see the tweediness of the yarn. Some darker pink, and then a little bit of purple, and here, specks of blue here and there. Yeah, that's the white horse pullover. Okay. Then I'm going to share one finished sewing project, because I only sewed one thing during these 2 months. So it's actually a dress for my daughter. I'll put the picture of when I finish it up on screen, because she has worn this a couple of times and it has been washed, so it does look a bit worn at the moment. But it's a pinafore. See, I just need to iron it. But it's a pinafore in a golden yellow corduroy fabric, cotton corduroy. My daughter looks very beautiful in yellow. I think it suits her skin tone very well. So this one, it's a pattern from Etsy. I have linked it in the description box. So you have the front panel like that, and then some ruffles on the, I won't say sleeves, what would you call this? Shoulder straps, maybe a shoulder strap, and then the skirt. So this one was also a very fast make, so I would recommend it if you want to make a dress for a little girl. And it is very customizable, especially with the elastic in the back, just to make sure it fits. It's still a bit too big for her at the top, so the skirt width fits her, but the top is a bit too big, so the straps will fall off of her shoulders. So I just need to pin it with a safety pin, but then it's fine, and it doesn't look too big or won't fall off. And then the length is about at her shins at the moment, so she looks very cute when she wears this little dress. Okay. Those are my finished objects the last couple of months. My current whips, I have a couple, so let me go through. Do I want to go through oldest to newest, or favorite to least favorite? So okay, let me go through oldest to new. So this is a cast on I did last, I think in 2024. I don't think I cast it on 2024. It's the Inclinations cowl by Andrea Mowry, and it's a brioche cowl, and that like the bias triangular cowl that she has a couple of patterns in. And then I'm definitely past halfway at the moment. I have started doing the decreases on the last section, and then let me see, almost done. I just need to finish the back there. So this one is taking a bit longer than the other cowls I made of her. It's 2.05 millimeter needles, and it is a fisherman's rib. It's a fisherman's rib stitch pattern. So it does take longer to make, because it's almost like you need to work 2 rows to create 1 visible row. It's almost like a brioche texture, but it's a bit more structured, but it's still very squishy. So I'm trying to complete this one the first, because I'm definitely going to wear it now. I do want to wear it now. So I just need to decrease until the stitch marker, and then block it, and then sew it up. So almost done. So the yarn I'm using, it's actually two colors, but the one color has, okay, let me show you. So this is Knotty Habit. I bought this from her 2022, 2021. So it's also been in my stash for a long time. So this one I think was Peach Kisses, and this was Something Sweets, I think. It's been a long time, so I don't have the colors anymore, but Peach Kisses and this one. So this one has some blue and peach colors in it. Blue, purple, and this one is majority peach. It just has some darker peach and lighter peach sections. So they really work well together. And then it looks like the same yarn used throughout, but it's 2 different colors. Yeah, I really like how that's working up. It's such a squishy and soft fabric, so I think it's going to be very comfortable and comforting around my neck. So that's the first whip that I do want to finish first. Next whip is second oldest. So this one, I think because it's starting to get too big, it's not very comfortable to work with, and it's brioche, so it does take some, okay, let me show you guys first. So this is a swooshu wrap from Suzanne Sommer, and it's my cable is too short, so I can't show you guys the full length of it at the moment, but here's here's the first, so the front part. So sorry, my needles are slamming the table, but so here's the front, and then the side, the back, the other side, and then the front. So it has brioche in the front sections here, and then brioche at the center back, and then the side. It's not entirely a side seam, but it runs across the shoulders down to the sleeve. There is some garter fabric, and then I'm busy with one sleeve. So because it's such a big project, it's like a blanket at the moment, and it's just a bit uncomfortable to work on at the moment, but I think I'm almost there. I just need to complete it. I've been enjoying this stitch pattern, the brioche and the garter. So I think it's just the sleeves that's a bit cumbersome to work with, because it's like you need to turn everything around while working the sleeve. But the sleeve is also brioche. So once you, let's see if I can pull it up. No, maybe there. So this line here, with you see the holes there, it increases. So that's the line that goes from your shoulder down to your arm. And at the elbow point, you start doing increases in a brioche stitch pattern. And that would become the sleeve. So here I started doing the rounds for the sleeves. Like that. Then the yarn I'm using is a Miss Lamotte yarn. It is a single merino and linen blend. It's a blue, I think you can see it. So the front here, you can see the main color is a blue. And then the second color is a rusty orange. Like a sunburned orange color. But my main color is a blue. Like that. I'm so almost done. I just need to finish it. I think it's just the cumbersomeness of the fabric working sleeves in brioche. It's just a bit cumbersome, but I just need to finish it, and then I can wear it in the winter and the summer. It's a very all year type of garment. Okay, so that is whip number 2. Whip number 3, I'm in the middle of a row at the moment, so I'm trying to do section by section, because this one's also, I told you last time, it was in the naughty pile, but the reason is, I'll show you now. So this is the baseline cardigan, also by Susan Sommer. So this is the back. So I'm busy working the ribbing at the back at the moment. So that's this section here. So this one, it's a cardigan, but you cast on in the center back. What you call it? A provincial cast on. Then you knit to the side, pick up stitches again, knit to the side, and then you do a provisional cast on at the center front, knit to the side, doing increases to the shoulder, and then also I chose the round neckline, so I do increases up to the shoulder, and then so you join at the shoulder, and then you knit front and back together to the side, and then once you've done that, leave some stitches for the sleeve, and then you do a free needle bind off at the center, like that. So here you can see the increases for the neckline, and then working the shoulders, and then completing the body. So the body is completed, so I just need to do the ribbing on the back, and then the ribbing around the front, around the neck, and then there's a patch pocket as well. But the reason this is currently in the naughty pile is because of the sleeves. I think I've done one sleeve over. This is the third time I'm doing it over. I'm just not happy with the fit at the moment. So here is the sleeve. So you do the decreases at the underarm here, but at the shoulder you have like a slip stitch pattern here going down the shoulder and down the arm. So this one isn't at the point where the last time, but you might see it happening here. It's a good fit just after splitting the sleeves, picking up the sleeve stitches, but while working that decreases recommended in the pattern, it makes like a bubble here, and then decreases down the arm is fine. I didn't like that bubble. It's like there's too much fabric here, so I'm doing the decreases on my own in the way I like it, and doing fit tests the whole time, just making sure that I like the fit. This one I'm using Rowan Norwegian wool. It's a dark grey and a very light grey. I'm using it, and then it's garter stitch, 2 rows in one color, 2 rows in the other color. Then I'm doing the ribbing in a darker color. The front, I'm gonna see how much yarn I have left over, if I'm going to do 1 patch pocket or 2 patch pockets in the front. But this one I'm enjoying, and I do want to finish it. I think because I'm hitting snags, like the fit wasn't nice, then I just got a bit discouraged working on it, and then I put it in a naughty pile and then don't pick it up again. Just need to finish it, that's all. But I think this is gonna look very cute once done. I'm going to say as well, the baseline cardigan, there's a lot of sizes, so if you are looking for a size inclusive, very customizable according to your size, then I would recommend this. I think just take note of the sleeve decreases, just make sure that it will work for you. Next up I want to show you guys is my Jenny jacket by Petite Knit. So I'm just below the sleeve and body split, so I'm actually ready to start casting on the sleeves. So the body, it's worked bottom up, so you work the body up until the sleeves, work one sleeve and the other sleeve bottom up until where you're going to join them around, or not around, join front, back and sleeves, and then you continue up until the collar. This is worked flat, and then but this is a very nice stitch pattern. You can see it. It's a smocked fabric. Just doing some wrap stitches, or not wrap stitches, but like you knit around a couple of stitches to create like a wrap. The yarn I'm using is Rowan Pure Wool and a mohair from African Expressions. So yeah, this one hasn't gotten a lot of attention. So I have a couple of cardigans, as you could see. I have the baseline, the shoo wrap, and this one that I do need to finish. All in good time. Okay, next. This is my last whip that I do want to show you guys. This is my Volia top from Tetilutsak. So this is a top-down blouse, circular yoke, and then it will have like a opening in the front. I think because it hasn't been blocked yet, so it's rolling a bit and not lying completely flat. But you can see, I will put the picture of the design up on screen as well. It's a very beautiful, elegant top. And I'm going to do the 3/4 length sleeves like that. So let me show you the back here. It has a picot neck edge, and then going to have some cute tassels in the front, and then lace around the hem and lace around the sleeve cuffs, and also finished off with a picot hem. So the yarn I'm using is Malabrigo Susuro. So it's 50% merino, 50% silk. So it is a very shiny fabric. I think the color is Sandbank, if I remember correctly. Sandbank. And how I would describe this yarn is the fabric that the yarn creates is very silky. I do think because I'm using 3mm needles for this, so it's very small gauge, so very tight, so you won't see it's a very tight gauge. So it creates a very silky fabric, very structured, but I think once blocked it will be very flowy, or not flowy, but drapey. But the feel of the yarn in my hands when I'm knitting, I love it. Like, usually I don't think I have ever worked with this high of a silk content yarn before, but I really love it. I think it's going to look very elegant once done. So you can actually see there, it's a circular yoke, but you do not rapid increases, but drastic increases usually. So you can see actually it creates a very like gathered look, like a very milkmaid type of blouse, very peasant blouse. I think that's the other word they usually call it, peasant blouse. But I think I have worked on this for the last 2 weeks, I think 2 to 3 weeks. The gauge is small, so it takes a little bit longer, but because it's majority stockinette and in the round at the moment, I don't have to pay as much attention. So once I've reached a certain point, then I'm going to do the lace, and then yeah, I do want to finish this before August, so hopefully that I can achieve. Just lost a couple of stitches, I just want to pick it up quickly. saved. So that's my current whips. I did have 2 other blouses that I do want to make, but I did struggle a bit with the fit. So one of them was top down, and then I just made it too big, and the other one was bottom up, also too big. It was like 1.5 of me too big. So I did frog that, so I'm going to, if I finish this blouse, I'll do those again, but I don't want to make any promises because I think once I completed this one, it's going to start getting warmer again, so then I'm going to do summer tops again. So actually I haven't made any sweaters this year, which is very funny, but yeah. I do want to show you some yarn acquisition that I have. This is Yarny Corner, and it is a 50 cotton, 50 bamboo color. So it's a very light purple, silver color almost. I want to make the Darjeeling top from, what's the designer's name? Darjeeling top. Trust the Mojo. So this top is actually worked bottom up, and it has also lace and picot edge at the bottom, and then sleeve, and I really love the detail on the shoulders, so I'm very excited to do this one. Sorry, I just received the delivery, so I had to cut out a bit there. So yeah, I'm going to make the Suki blouse, the Darjeeling top blouse with this yarn. I do want to make the Suki blouse as well. So very similar construction, but it's just 2 colors. And I don't think there's a saddle shoulder, if I remember correctly. Then, let me check quickly. I also want to make the Porto Tee by Suzanne Sommer. And I've already caked up the yarn for this. And this one is a bit, maybe of a very dramatic one. So I'll put the picture of the design here, and the yarn I'm going to use is this. So this is Miss Lamotte Snap Apple. So it's a very neon green color, and I don't know why, but this color was, when I saw it, I just loved it. A very random one. So I'm going to make myself a very bright neon green top. This one is also worked sideways, so you cast on around the whole side, so front and back together, do some ribbing until the neckline, or you do the main stitch pattern until the neckline, and I think you work separately the front and back until the next shoulder, continue doing it together, and then ribbing again. So the fabric, the main stitch pattern is called cartridge pleating, so it looks very almost similar to fisherman's rib, so that type of texture, very spongy, I would say. So I want to make this one this year as well, but it's a very bright one. I think I'm going to stand out a bit. Usually my colors is more like this and this. Even this is very bright for me, so I think I'm going to look. Yeah, I don't know why. It draw my attention and stole my heart away. So that is some of my knitting plans as well. I haven't made a lot of sweaters this year. I think due to my current work and my commute, I don't have a lot of time to knit. So slow knitting, but I'm enjoying it. I do want to show you guys something. Last time I showed you guys my finished Shift Again from Andrea Mowry. But I did say that the ribbing around the neckline did grow out, it did stretch out a bit. So I asked some advice on how I can cinch it in again. One option was to use like a elastic thread. Other option was to crochet along on the inside along the neck, just to cinch it in and give structure. So the elastic thread didn't look very neat to me, so I opted for the crochet one because I could use the same color as the ribbing, so it blends in and it gives more structure. So the elastic thread will actually stretch out over time. Then I need to put in a new one. So this one is more a permanent solution. So I crocheted slip stitch. Was it slip stitch? I can't remember if I did slip stitch or a simple stitch on the inside, but I did it just at the bottom of the ribbing here and at the top. And this has really helped to cinch in the neckline and keep it there. Then I don't have to worry to pull it up. Make sure it's still up at my neck. So this one keeps everything well together. Yeah, keeps it neat and tidy. Like that. I didn't want to, because it was like I skipped a couple of stitches to cinch it in. Didn't want to slip more than a certain amount, because I don't want it to gather. So this one, I feel it still lays flat, but it doesn't stretch out. It goes back to the original shape. Like before I put in the stitching, if I pulled it like that, it would stay like that. But now it goes back to its original shape. This one, this cardigan, I think is a very... Oh, and then I'll also say that the fit was a bit off, but since cinching in that neckline, doing the crochet on the inside, the fit has been better. So I think that has helped a lot with the fit as well. And with the fit being better, I have really been wearing this more often. So also another knit that I was very proud of. So yeah, I think that's that at the moment. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for joining me today. I think this is a very short episode. I think, yeah, just with my current work, being a mother, I don't have a lot of time for knitting, so I don't have a lot of things to show you guys. Like, if I would do this weekly, I think it would be one row per week or something like that. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and enjoy all your knitting and sewing projects at the moment. Bye.